It's Sunday afternoon. The mower is off, the rake is put away, and sitting on the driveway are absolute mountains of grass clippings and leaves. The natural instinct is to stuff all that green debris into thick plastic bags and drag it to the curb alongside the regular household trash. It feels like the final step of a clean yard. Let's look at a landfill. Yard waste is quickly buried and crushed under everyday garbage, cutting off all oxygen. This airtight environment causes anaerobic decomposition. The plant material breaks down, releasing methane, a potent greenhouse gas that traps heat far more effectively than carbon dioxide. By treating natural yard waste as standard trash, we take materials that are entirely harmless and convert them into a concentrated source of atmospheric pollution. Think of yard waste as a critical ecological fuel. Keeping this organic material out of the landfill and recycling it back into the earth creates what biologists call a closed-loop cycle. The simplest way to start that cycle is through mulching. You skip the plastic bags entirely and return the clippings directly to the earth. This schematic shows how a modern mulching mower works. An internal air current holds clippings suspended, so the blade chops them a second time into microscopic fragments. Falling straight past the lawn canopy, they immediately decompose, dissolving directly into the topsoil. As they break down, they deliver three distinct benefits. They release raw nitrogen, they retain vital soil moisture, and directly feed the roots. You essentially force the lawn to naturally feed itself, which eliminates the need for applying synthetic store-bought fertilizers. Mulching works well for short grass, but larger debris like branches or thick layers of autumn leaves requires composting. Composting relies on a specific biological recipe. You need a mix of green waste, which provides nitrogen from things like fresh grass clippings, and brown waste, which provides carbon from dried leaves and dead twigs. In a balanced compost pile, interacting nitrogen, carbon, moisture, and oxygen send microorganisms into overdrive. The biological friction generates intense heat, causing the core temperature to spike. This intense heat instantly incinerates weed seeds and plant diseases, neutralizing them entirely. However, there is one major exception. Invasive plant species should never go into your compost pile. They are aggressive enough to survive the heat and can overrun your local ecosystem if introduced to that nutrient-rich environment. If you pull up invasive weeds, they must be strictly isolated. Put them in dedicated, sealed bags and dispose of them separately so their seeds have zero chance of dispersing. Actively managing how your yard waste breaks down, whether through high-heat composting or strict isolation, safely converts dead debris into a powerful ecological asset. Now observe the impact when this closed-loop approach scales up to an entire community. The soil across the neighborhood grows thicker and holds more nutrients. At the municipal level, the physical volume of waste entering landfills drops significantly, and methane emissions from residential yard debris are virtually eliminated. Still, we have to acknowledge physical limits. If you have a massive property, or you're doing a major seasonal cleanup, chopping up every branch and managing a giant compost pile simply isn't feasible for one person. That is where professional, eco-friendly sanitation collection bridges the gap. They step in to handle the heavy lifting, closing the ecological loop on a scale that a single homeowner can't manage alone. Instead of dumping that massive volume of yard waste into a standard garbage dump, these professional services route the organic debris exclusively to high-capacity composting centers. For homeowners in the Georgia area, Red Oak Sanitation operates as that reliable partner. They provide dedicated yard waste collection to ensure your massive piles of debris are processed sustainably without the hassle.